Hey everybody, wanted to share a quick thought with everybody on lawn care as it relates to kind of permaculture and healthy environmental practices. As you know, a lot of people put a lot of care into their lawn and use a lot of chemicals, use a lot of money, use a lot of water to try and keep it looking the way they want, as opposed to letting it be more natural and even, potentially using it for something useful like growing food. So as you can see, and as I've mentioned before, I've got quite a bunch of raspberries growing and some butternut squash which came out of our compost pile, and I'm fine with that, and I'm fine with having some weeds here and crabgrass and what have you. It's mostly green, it has clover, I don't really care. In fact, I know that stuff is actually good for the soil and helps regenerate it. The other thing I wanted to just quickly mention is that I'm hoping to put a lot more edible landscape / trees and plants in the yard here. So the area of lawn is going to go down as well. Eventually I want to put in a pond as well. But in the meantime, I am mowing the lawn and trying to keep it look nice. But how do I do that without A, doing a lot of work, and B, doing things that I find to be harmful to the environment? One thing I do is I don't collect any of the grass clippings. I use actually a manual push mower like this one, and basically when you push this, the wheels turn the blades, as you can see there, and then it cuts the grass like that. So I just literally go back and forth here a couple times and it's mowed. You can see half the area there is already mowed, and does a great job, and I don't have to collect any of the clippings. You can see what it leaves behind kind of right here. It's really just tiny little bits of grass. They get reabsorbed back into the soil. I don't have to fertilize, I don't have to pick up anything, and I'm not depleting the soil as the grass grows and I keep cutting it. Most people, what they'll do is they'll keep mowing their grass, collect all the clippings in a collection, and put it out to the curb, and people take it away and compost it somewhere else. But meanwhile, you've basically just depleted your soil and paid good money to do that. So yeah, what I recommend is using a manual push mower if your yard is small enough to allow for it. I've heard, and I don't know if this is the case or not, but the blades being the way they are, it's actually a better cut for the grass, so it damages them less and dries them out less, as opposed to the usual circular blade that is found on most mowers, even mulching mowers. And this thing works great. It's cheap. I don't waste electricity. I don't waste gas. I don't have to support the fossil fuel industry to mow my lawn and keep it looking tidy, but at the same time trying to maintain the permaculture principles and putting the compost right back where it came from, which is the lawn. So yeah, hope that's helpful, and that's it.